worry about the rift. It's not supposed to gobble up Arcadia for years, and I'm sure something else will kill you way before that.
It generates unlimited electrical current to our flawless facilities, such as the Vox Relay Communications Platform. Far more energy than the Vox requires. Much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology. Surely this proves the superiority of our system.
And now this.
The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the Sovereign, and as such reflects his excessively high standards.
Our system is sublime, best ever to be had. It's perfection perfected. Our paradigm is ironclad. To do your job is a virtue. Every part is a cause, and every subject ensures a glorious bounty for all.
Hello again. Was there something you... Oh, Inez! You look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated trip teas. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's Choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so I shall be pleased for you. Ah, that is not common knowledge in this town. But since Inez appears to trust you, I suppose I can do the same. Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scarily friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Oh, I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more.
Despite your insinuation, there are plenty of good folk around here. But perhaps not many with Doc's particular skill set.
I understand your reservation, but I do care deeply for all my patients. Inez has attested to it. And so can Copernicus here, when he is freshly fed. Where was I? Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with. Though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by protectorate scientists, who, unfortunately, went missing. I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average Crabble. Meaner and smarter, too.
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then the grafting part is yours. Yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal of the specimens, please. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Matriarch, Law guide you both out there.
Perfection we've set our hearts and minds to. We cannot abide even a crack in our foundation. That is all it takes for such scourge to work its way in. Vigilance is a virtue. Be wary of trespassers. Their ideologies can be corrosive to the vital cogs in our clockwork. More than ever, remain watchful, neighbors. Better to be safe than seditious. Report any odd behaviors. My sentinels are never far, always watching, always listening.
Now, on to other matters. As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
Wishes are less than nothing to someone who wants for naught. The caretakers and needy daily. It is spread out for the beggars and those who are not. Ideas are dangerous and can break you and take you away from the role that you play. Everything is grand in paradigm class. It's safe inside the mold, so just do as you're told.
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like? How can I improve your day the Auntie's way? Sprats again. Must be after the crunch. Please wait here. This'll just take a moment. No sign of them sprats, thank God. Coming back out. Be there in a moment. I'll meet you back. How can I improve your day? I'm sure you'll...
Everything is grand in paradigm class. It's safe inside the mold, so just do as you're told. Watch as your Lord and obey.
Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
So who are you rooting for in the tossball leagues this season?
Ask them defectors if they miss anything about Protectorate life.
10 bits they said community.
Fancy's choice on the...
Look.
Thanks for not crushing my plants, friend. I'm the Senior Principal Chief Director of Natural Studies, Acquisitions, and Monetization on Paradise Island. But call me Betsy. I'm always out looking for exciting new plants, rocks, and critters, but you can likely puzzle that out on your own. Say, you ain't looking for a job, are you? It's easy. Just need to confirm reported locations of a few rare and highly valuable plants. You can keep anything you find. Well, you got me grinning to split my noggin clean in two. But enough of that. To business. I got a stack of reports, but since we're not supposed to be riling things up with the Protectorate right now, I can't go investigate them myself. It might be seen as aggressive. But since you're an unaffiliated freelancer, you could handle this task no problem. Just go to these places and verify if the resource is there or not, and report back to me. Friend, you and I are about to become very wealthy. First up, I need you to find a beautiful flowering plant called Heartless Lephoria. It can be found across Arcadia. More specifically, it's typically found near Zeranium, so it's spread along with the Protectorate civilization, since their technology is mostly powered by Zeranium. Extremely toxic and fairly volatile, but it's a right good source of energy if you know how to handle the stuff. Like I said, most Protectorate technology runs on it. You'll know it if you see it. It's black and silver, and it sort of hangs in the air on account of it being the same density. Don't go near it. Even a full helmet won't help you. Straight to it then. I got 2 reports so far. One near the Automech Repair Center in the southeast corner of the island. The second is to the north of here and a little east of the bridge. And again, friend, anything you find is yours. I don't want to get audited for unapproved stock. Just need someone to put lamps on those spots and verify them for me.
Appropriate seal for their assigned work. Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Stand by for further reassuring content.
More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
We are taught from when we are small, the sovereign's
Unit has an inquiry for you, Trooper Ceylon.
Oh yeah? Let's hear it.
The stipulations of your contracts with Auntie's Choice, similar to this unit's instructional parameters?
Huh. I know Auntie's Choice would love if signing on the dotted line were as binding as programming. Now, I'm free to operate outside what they tell me I can do, with consequences. Programming don't allow for that. Unless it does. Wait, does it?
This unit is unable to continue this conversation at this time.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking? Who are you? An old acquaintance. How old? Do you know what happened to her that caused her such anguish it drove her to her present course of action? I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That and the invasion itself set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. or worse. We became friends when she... well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter, and she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could. We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much. At least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it. It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything. I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. Just a religion driven by algorithms, maths, predictions of the future. They believe they will eventually solve the universal equation and know everything, rid humanity of uncertainty. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but... when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. That's all I can ask.
Stomping out ideas, reporting on your peers, support the sovereign's vision, no need for your decision. And so we're finally thought free, and we're feeling proud, now that we can boldly speak, say thoughts aloud. Blissfully empty, da-da-do-da-day, bumbling along even if we've got nothing to say. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed, be thought and were we free, as one big melody. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed, be thought and were we free, as one big melody. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed.
Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's Chosen.
Wishes are worth less than nothing to someone who wants for naught. Let the caretakers and lead you daily. It is spread out for the beggars and those who are not. Ideas are dangerous and can break you and take you away from the role that you play. Everything is planned in paradigms allowed. It's safe inside the mold, so just do as you're told.
Hello, Commander. Medic's orders.
Longings are dangerous and can crush you and distract you from all your duties with haste. Let the caretaker's hand lead you daily. It is spread out for the battles are out the waste. Everything is grand in paradigms allowed. It's safe inside the mold, so to do as you're told. Watching, guiding, system abiding, do not put gliding away. We're never hiding, they stay providing, do as you're told and obey. Working and fighting, faithfully striding. Do not go gliding away. Not inviting, so they stay deciding just do as you're told. And
You there. Keep your hands where I can see them.
Delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection.
Halt! What's an Auntie's choice monstrosity doing here? Have you come to spy? So confusion and disruption, I'll not have it.
Good, because I ain't bringing it. Though if you're that desperate to test my patience, by all means, keep it up.
Patience. As if you infiltrators possess as much, feverishly raising our lands wherever you go. You are fortunate that I've been ordered not to open fire unless fired upon.
They never listen to sound advice, do they?
I will not suffer an outsider to trespass and trample further through our lands. Turn back from this bridge now, lest my ever-depleting prudence be spent.
If you are not a loyal Protectorate subject, you will not cross this bridge. Be grateful I do not judge with such haste as my superior to the north, Brigadier Montelli. He's been fervent of late, looking for any Protectorate subjects who have displayed disloyalty in his estimation. Any associations with wrongdoers results in swift execution. That has, unfortunately, put many folk in his sights, myself included. And so we wait for the proverbial axe to fall. You actually believe you can contend with him. You are mistaken. He'll cut you open gleefully, then issue you demerits for bleeding on the floor. And you also have no business at the relay, as far as I can surmise.
What's next? Now listen to this.
You dare to propose an arrangement? I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate. I know of 2 traitors who yet remain on this island. Bring them to me, and I'll dispose of them before the Brigadier questions my loyalty and deems me guilty by association. In return, I shall grant you clearance to cross the bridge. Fair exchange, wouldn't you say?
This is exactly the manner of depravity we mean to free these folk from. I know we gotta cross the bridge, but there must be an alternative. One that don't involve an executioner.
Trial. And their crimes are as clear as the Sovereign's blue skies? We may not ascribe to your laws, but do not assume that I think lightly of taking a life. These traitors have committed grave offenses, ones that would be punished without question. It's not at all the same as the indiscretions the Brigadier damns his people for.
So much for the Protectorate's self-proclaimed unity and order.
Do not mock us. There's a wide gulf between justice and madness, and many interpretations of the law land on the right side. You see the difference, do you not? How very astute. To my point, our forces on the island are dwindling rapidly. Not just from the fighting, but from treachery. Or from seeing treachery where there is none. I am seeking to preserve our forces by punishing the true wrongdoers. After all, it is rather impossible to uphold one's sovereign-given duties if one is deceased. Now, will you accept my offer, or will you finally get out of my sight? I commend you for your eager interest. I think 2 traitors in particular. First is Ida Rutledge, a worker at Spire Grove. I once had utmost respect for her. We were... oh, damn it all, we were friends. When the Grove went silent during the invasion, I assumed she'd fought to the death as any subject would. But reportedly, she's not only failed to die, but is also teaching the enemy soldiers how to use the equipment. Conspiring against us. Such treachery is unconscionable. What? How do you know this? A fascinating notion. And do you have proof that what they say is true? Let me see that. Yes. Yes! This does appear to be hers. Unfortunately, there are reports of the Harvester having been repaired in the wake of her sabotage. Though her triumph may not have endured, it was a good effort nonetheless. Should Montelli deign to interrogate me for my associations, I'll be certain to inform him of her patriotism. The second traitor I seek is Charlton Weintrot of Westport. He is, unfortunately, my cousin, and most assuredly a disgrace to our line. He too failed to die defending his home during the invasion alongside the other residents of Westport. They'll be seen to in time. But Charlton, well, I must deal with him personally. Oh, how I anticipate wiping that smug expression off his face. Are these orders clear? I am not. And with luck, I will not have to pull his once justice has been meted. Anyone who allowed the enemy to overrun their land is a traitor. So yes, My dear cousin must answer for his crimes. Now go on. Seek out Charlton and send him here, if you wish to cross the bridge. But beware if you step out of line. Other subjects may not be so generous with their deal-making as I. Farewell.
Minds are pure and free from corruption, our paradigm constant. Concentration, no hesitation.
Careful, friend. Reckon there might be...
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 470.
Oh, great. A 472. Been a while since I hit a Dodge bullet spray.
Word is Milver Street is ordering a box on protectorate survivors in Westport. That kind of work always sounds like so much effort. That kind of thing ain't even on my contract. Milver Street is offering bits rewards for any... We can tell him. But I do love bids. Come on, friend.
Scout, report.
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir.
Excellent. Eddie, Scout. Glad to hear that they haven't managed to repair it, even if Command has temporarily put the actual fighting to a stop.
I'm not ready to be down.
Stealthy approach is suggested.
potential combatant in the vicinity. Requested assistance currently unavailable.
Because I took action on all my action items!
Enemies detected.
As I simmered down and looked around, they were all dead. I heard that. All right, a quick glance. All clear.
All my action items!
Presently persist in a state of ceaseless perturbation.
On everything! Red! Truly my least beloved of all colors! Ah!
Door open. Isn't this lab meant to be secure? Doesn't anyone else have standards in this place?
Readying assault protocol. Not friendly life form detected. Hostile ahead. What's the play, Command? Industrial macrowaves should be serviced no less than twice a month to meet safety standards. Warning, contaminants detected. Please clean before reuse.
Great waves of outrage rolling right through me. Eventually.
You there? Oh, you're likely affected too, aren't you? Scream twice for yes. Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elman Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor. Yes, tragedy has befallen a number of my subordinates. I will trust you not to make light of such heart-rending events. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment. Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success. Well, of course. Succeeding in a haphazard fashion is one of the first courses taught to Auntie's Choice students in any field. But yes, I am something of a visionary. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think? Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters? Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate. No matter, if you are capable of following simple instructions, I'm sure I can guide you through it. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions? Whole thing was ghastly. One of my assistants and I heard a loud noise. He left to investigate while I continued working on our experiment. When he failed to return, I peeked outside and saw the others run in, bloody, gibbering, hunting for targets. They'd clearly been exposed to some virulent new form of experimental agent. I ran back and locked myself in this test chamber to avoid contamination. Well then, anything else before we proceed? Well, you'd certainly think so, but management sets the goals. Our humble research team works to deliver. But as much as I'd love to natter on, we probably ought to get matters underway. We'll need two things: fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds. A satellite lab to this one, if you will. Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Pretty convenient that he only managed to save himself from the spores. Still, we ought to fix this before it spirals more out of control.
Look alive, Commander.
Goodwin here. Field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon Den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why. Surely the red spores aren't to blame. Windborne spores lack the catalytic agent of our food additives. Only way to be certain is to gather a stool sample. Simple enough. A routine task for the Audacious Advances field team. Right now, as we approach the rap's nest, certainly the spirited variety will offer... Oh, no! Oh, okay. We need to run now!
fill of wrangling spores. This should be enough for the antidote. Yeah.
Looking a little wounded.
Cleared to rejoin hostilities.
can touch it up for you if you like. Only fair, considering how much you do for us.
Any cosmetic changes must be approved by Agent Outlaw, who is responsible for maintaining this unit. His current level of care exceeds baseline requirements.
Oh, I know, you're looked after. Just want to help you shine like the gem you are. Tell you what, I'll talk to Niles, and we'll treat you to a tune-up and spot cleaning. What do you say?
Due to the Valerie unit's protective anti-bloodstain coating, a gentle cleaning with diluted soap should be effective in ridding your unit of even the toughest grease. Please avoid all sockets and cease cleaning immediately if sparks occur. decrease in air quality due to decomposing protectorate bodies. Shallow breaths are recommended.
Oh, these damned bodies. Why can't we just bury the lot of them? I politely request you cease defiling the corpses of our fallen brethren. You are Theoretically, it shall take me 4 hours to hang 8 bodies. But Montelli killed 6 more yesterday, and my shift only goes for 3 more hours. Sovereign's mercy. I fear hanging all these corpses is beyond my capabilities, and I certainly need no distractions. What is it you want? Is that you there? Why do you have an Auntie's Choice abomination in tow?
Careful now. You're speaking to a soldier who could put one between your eyes at 100 paces back. Lucky for you, I'm here in good faith.
Ugh, no matter. I cannot afford to worry over you. I have a grave number of bodies to hang and not enough time to hang them. Now, what is it that you want? Why would I do that? And be mindful, if you haven't your transfer orders, I don't have time to waste going idly back and forth with you. You are correct. If I were to let you in without apprehending you and placing you into these gibbets, it would cost me my life. Remember, the Sovereign sees all. May his grace be upon you.
Area's off limit.
Though you are better company than these
You are approaching a restricted estate.
There's some kind of opening in the canyon, Commander. Bet we could find our way closer to the Vox if we stay out of sight. Made it in. Guess the Protectorate ain't so good at watching their own backs after all. I'm curious, Val. What do mechs get up to in their free time? Must've been hard being without a crew for almost 10 years.
Correction. This unit was not without a crew. Agent Aurora was present.
Well, yeah, but... He's Niles. He can handle himself. Surely you did something else aside from playing nanny all that time.
Over the years, this unit also performed the roles of cook, cleaner, physician, pilot, and occasional pest remover.
Oh? You got pests on the incognito?
Not anymore.
On a judge's unexpected sight and/or sound. Origin. Subject to control.
Disruptive capabilities confirmed. Unexpected sight and/or sound.
Time to earn my commission.
that noise? Huh? What's that noise? Halt! Don't come any closer. Oh, huh? What's that noise? Any closer. Oh, huh?
Looks like a fight.
What's that noise?
This unit is concerned with well-being.
That was a close one. Thank the Sovereign.
Thank you for saving me. I'm waiting here for my partner. We both fled the base separately. If you see him, please send him my way. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, and please, take this with you as a token of my thanks.
Let this log serve as a record of the fact that Sentry's first-class Briggs and Jakes are both still loyal to the Protectorate and the Sovereign, despite their acts of desertion. The mental state of Brigadier Montelli has been rapidly degrading over the past few months, and the Vox relay station is no longer safe for even the most loyal subjects. Initially, we assumed he was simply being overly cautious by increasing base security beyond...
Trooper Sealong, do you require any equipment and/or tools at this time?
Nope, I'm all set.
Trooper Sealong, do you require any pharmaceutics or treatments to maintain or improve your current health status?
I got all the primers I'll ever need, and then some.
Acknowledged. In that case, Trooper Sealong, would you...
I ain't interested, Val. Besides, I'm low on bits at the moment.
Your current net worth is irrelevant. This unit merely wishes to inquire if you require anything to perform your mission efficiently.
Oh, that's kind of you, Val. Sorry for putting you off. Reckon I'm too used to Mechs always trying to sell me something. I'll take a Bourse rocket.
Prisoner
Thanks.
349893938A. There is no place for you in the paradigm.
Goodbye.
You are hereby sentenced to death for the crimes of desertion and opposing the lawful authority of the Protector.
Huh?
No! Wait, I beg of you! I was just afraid of Montelli!
We got company, Commander. Your friend.
All set.
Trooper Silong, do you require any pharmaceutics or treatments to maintain or improve your current health status?
I got all the primers I'll ever need, and then some.
Acknowledged. In that case, Trooper Silong, would you...
I ain't interested, Val. Besides, I'm low on bits at the moment.
Your current net worth is irrelevant. This unit merely wishes to inquire if you require anything to perform your mission efficiently.
Oh, that's kind of you, Val. Sorry for putting you off. Reckon I'm too used to mechs always trying to sell me something. I'll take a Borst rocket. Thanks.
This unit is not an approved vending machine, Trooper Silong. Goodbye.
Ah, you finally arrived. Indeed, that seems to be the case. I mistook you for a different individual. You have my apologies. Military personnel, preferably the kind who can provide me with updated orders, and decidedly not with, nor in the presence of, anyone who has ever been associated with Auntie's Choice personnel.
I ended my association with Antes of my own accord, if that makes you feel better. I ain't here to do you harm.
Or so you say. I gathered that you weren't here to fight just by looking at you. Otherwise, we wouldn't be engaged in polite conversation. And as a loyal subject, it is my honor to continue to perform my assignment as per my orders, even if the duration of my assignment here has been considerable. I am procuring my rations from the populace of local aquatic fauna using a simple baited trap and the mechanical leverage afforded by a rod. Fishing. Bah. Those who would, when there's a war to fight, are not worthy of being called soldiers of the Protectorate. I wish to once again take the fight to Antes alongside my fellows. However, my wishes are irrelevant against the needs of the Protectorate and my assigned duties. Additionally, it would do my heart some good to know that my warden and assigned squad companions are well. The Protectorate does not forget its own. Ever. If I have not received new orders, then I am precisely where I'm intended to be. I'll not hear more of such nonsense. Good day. Hello again.
There you are. Beginning to wonder if you'd ever show up. Finally! This any way to treat the sole graduate of Auntie's promotion acceleration program? After I outlasted all them other candidates, left them at the spires in various stages of rigor mortis, spread across a dozen raptidon gizzards? I'm worn thin, shaky on my land legs after that raft trip, but otherwise raring for my reward for finishing the program. I assume you have the paperwork? You're not from Product Envisioner Ormsby? Fine. Guess I'll cool my heels on the beach a bit longer. Good thing I'm good at doing nothing. Been doing it my whole anti-career, until Ormsby handpicked me for the program. Shirked my way through every skill-building activity while my cohorts got chewed up and spit out. Even that self-promoter Cutshaw. Self-demoted to the briny deep after he slipped off his rubbish raft. I'm the sole survivor. Total validation of my relaxed work ethic. I don't know, several? I made a real effort to not participate. That braggart Cutshaw kept audio logs of each activity at the spires. Go have a listen if you're so all-fired curious. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm still a mite seasick. Think I'll take this opportunity to vomit, then get back to what I do best. You see anybody from the promotion program, tell them they better get here quick. Think my seasickness is the only thing.
Hear that? It's challenging us. Raptidons are ever malleable. Eden doesn't want them around, and they don't belong here. They sure carved out a place for themselves. I can respect that. heads together. See these half-eaten remains? They're a sign. Matriarchs lose their appetite when they're on the verge of going into a state of torpor. She'll have retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. But I got one way to get her attention. You know how Doc mentioned pheromones? Well, just so happened that I procured some Raptidon glandular extract in my travels. Should do the trick. A matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't coming out of hibernation unless she senses a threat to her authority. She hates rivals. Oh, not a lot of people know about the hallucinogenic properties of Nebulium. Enhanced soldiers keep a vial in case we're captured. It renders us pretty useless to torturers. Let me think. Yeah, 3 parts pheromone and 2 parts Nebulium ought to do it. Use that as the lure and the matriarch won't know what hit her. Ready for this? I'm eager, so sue me. Except, maybe don't. I ain't got so much as 50 bits to my name. All right, let's do this. It's a bro! Yep. Matriarch's here, all right? Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? They're sign. She'll have retreated into hiding to a matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't... Let me... Ready for this? All right.
Let me handle it.
Yep. Matriarch's here, all right? Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? She'll have retreated into hiding to... You know, the matriarch with 3 full stuff... Let me... Ready for this? All right.
That's fucking dumb as fuck, dude. Damn it, dude.